Let's hope that... Why is my frame rate so low? No. Okay, let's put this on. No, it's go. Okay, let's see if hey Rebels, how you doing? I'm extremely late, and not gonna lie, I don't even have the draft up on my thing. But now it's on. Okay. Good. The volume's not even on. Sick. You can't hear it. I don't want to be copyright stricken. How you doing? It's been so long. Good. How about you? I'm doing all right. I'm doing all right. Oh, there we go. Got all the playoff cans on the side. Ooh, that's a good idea. I probably should do that. But you know what? I'm dedicated. All right. So, that is my voice. I don't want to hear that. Dude, it feels so good to be back streaming, even though it's just me streaming the draft. So this is the password. Okay. Maybe I should put like a thing of... Why does Google want me to set a home address right now? I don't want to do that. There you go. Okay. I'm just pinning that. Just... Boo. Man, I want the draft in Baltimore. I want to go to the draft so badly. It was so fun. It's nice. They got TJ Watt and Cam Hayward there. That's sick. We're just seeing Tyler number 1 overall. Dude, imagine. We have a meltdown. Alright, so very clearly it's going to be Fernando Mendoza. But everything after that is a pretty big question mark. By the way, does the mic sound good? I had to reset everything. So I don't know how well my mic sounds. Oh, my stream deck's not working. I expect to be Mendoza. Yeah, it's very clearly going to be Mendoza. Unless Dan Orlovsky has it the way he wants and it gets to be Ty Simpson. Ugh. Man, the like Dano is Mendoza. He really is. He absolutely is. It's crazy how much of a hater he is versus uh, Mendoza. Actually, while I'm just waiting for this, the new Ravens jerseys, I have thoughts on them. I open the image unity tab just so I can. There you go. Desktop. I haven't seen them. Please show. So these are the new ones in the top, and these are the old ones. I think the new ones are really good. The only thing I'm missing is these. All right, sick drafts open. I really like the feather. They have really good what's it called, the Maryland Ravens emblem on the sleeve. For the black one, it's midnight black. It's iridescent. And for the color rush one, I think it's called Purple Rising. Yeah. Nope, it's not that one. It is this one. Yeah, it's gold. It's gold on this. I really like these new Purple Rising. I think it's sick. That's not the new ones. Nope, I don't care about you. Yeah. I like the edging on my. Yeah, the gold outline on the numbers is really getting to me that it's not there. I really missed that. I think if it had like gold plus iridescent outline on the numbers, it would be really good. Like the 8 right now. This is not really a great. Hey Fee, how you doing? I don't want a web P. But yeah, I think that if they had the gold outline plus the iridescent numbers, I think it would look really good. But it's alright. I think it's going to grow on me as time goes on. Let me see if I can pull out the Ravens' actual picture of the jerseys. Just so I can show exactly what I'm talking about. Yeah, it's these. But yeah, I think the new Purple Rising looks really good. I really like it. I also think that it is missing the gold outline on the 8. All right. Didn't you have facial hair? Am I crazy? Hi, Bruce. How you doing? I did absolutely have facial hair. I shaved. Don't I look good? This is not Smash. I don't think I put it as Smash. Did I put it as Smash? Hold on. Wait, why does this... It's so weird. It feels weird. I do this when I want to look more professional. I just had like no, I'm just saying. Yeah, I know. It's weird. I'm not streaming Smash. It's crazy. I do this when I want to look more professional. I had some meetings with some dental people. So I'm like, I don't know if sports besides surfing, but I have an interview with the New York Islanders. Help me understand this. Well, I'm not going to be that much helpful because New York Islanders, I have no idea who those are. New York Islanders, ice hockey. Okay, Rivals is better for that. I'm not good at that. Hockey, okay. Yeah, I'm going to be terrible, awful at that. I'm so sorry. Yeah, but I love Penguins. That's Rivals. He's your guy for hockey. I promise. This guy knows everything about it. But you look the part with the shave. Thank you. I appreciate it. I kind of miss the facial hair. I like it, but I just whenever I want to look more professional for interviews, I just shave it. I don't know. It's got a love-hate relationship with the shave. But yeah, so this is football NFL draft. Wait, even if you don't understand it, if you just want to watch me yap about some sports that I'm passionate about, then And yeah, you can do that. Uh, Raiders. I mean, definitely taking Mendoza. The whole narrative about this draft is that the first 10 to 14 picks are going to be the ones that are clear cut first round. Well, sorry. Let me go back. This draft class is really unique in the fact that it is perceived to be a really weak draft class this time around. Nothing's really guaranteed about what's going to happen other than this number one pick. It's going to be Fernando Mendoza, who's a quarterback out of Indiana. He was extremely good last season. He was very clutch. He's compared to Matt Ryan, who was a quarterback for the Atlanta Falcons. He won MVP, and he took his team to a Super Bowl. He didn't win it, but he lost it. It was very close. He's a very good quarterback, and it's a really good comparison to have. Raiders are a team who have been very bad for the past couple of years. They have struggled. They've been passing around, not passing around, but they've been signing and discarding head coaches and whatever. They seem to have gotten their guy for a head coach in Clint Kubiak, who was a Super Bowl winner for the Seahawks as their offensive coordinator. And the hope with this pick for the Raiders is that they have their offensive guru and they can start building around Fernando Mendoza as their quarterback of the future. Are they better or worse than the Bills? They are so much worse. The thing about the NFL draft is that, let me show this desktop view just so I can have it right here, is that the worst teams are going to be picking first and the best teams are going to be picking last. And build with Ashton Genty. Exactly, yeah. All right, Raiders are picking. Let me see if I can.
With the first pick in the 2026 NFL Draft, the Las Vegas Raiders select Fernando Mendoza.
Yep.
Quarterback, Indiana.
Fernando Mendoza is a pick. At quarterback, the obvious pick here. Oh, I just realized it came up on the board. They look to be running gun this year. Yeah, I think so. I think throughout the draft they're gonna need to get some other offensive line help, and then maybe some more defensive help. But overall, I think that with Fernando Mendoza at quarterback and Ashton Gienti, who's really good running back, didn't have the best year as a rookie last year, but that can be more due to the bad offensive line, the bad offensive structure, the bad team around him. So the hope is that that's the case, and that with a new quarterback, with a new coach, with a new philosophy, that they can really turn out to be a way better team. About 2 to 3 years from now, I think is the hope. I don't think next year they're really expecting to be amazing. All right, now the draft begins. So again, the point of this draft is that, not the point of this draft, but the narrative around this draft is that the only pick that's guaranteed of we know what's going to happen is number one. Everything else is pretty up in the air. We don't really know what's going to happen. Especially with the Jets. The Jets can either take Arvell Reese, who is a edge rusher who rushes. Let me pull up the... just so I can get a glimpse just so I can show to people kind of what I'm talking about. There you go. So Fernando Mendoza plays quarterback. He's like the main general of the offense. Probably the most important position on the NFL team. Arvell Reese is a guy who plays defensive end, but he also has the ability to play linebacker, one of these linebackers right here. He's a popular pick to be number 2 to the Jets, who was a team who has massive defects on defense. The problem with that pick is that he's a very developmental player, whereas like he's only 20 years old. He's fairly young in terms of draft picks. which means he's fairly young in terms of experience the uh, with the position, with techniques, and the hope is that when you take him, he will grow into the player you want him to be. The second most popular pick, and the one I personally have happening, is David Bailey, who is another defensive end. The thing with David Bailey is he doesn't also play linebacker, and so you lose some of that versatility. But what you do gain is a proven pass rusher who's very good. So, very simple way to feel it is that David Bailey has a very high floor, but has a higher floor than Reese, but a lower ceiling. And so the question is, do you take the chance that, you swing and take the chance of hitting big, or do you take the safe pick in Bailey and hope that he's just a solid pass rusher? And so that's the decision that the Jets have. And the Jets have made their pick. So the pick is in. And we'll see exactly who they take. I think they go David Bailey here. I think the Jets, as a team who had no pass rushers at all, had no interceptions at all last season, I think they just need a proven defensive stalwart player rather than a developmental player. But we'll see. I don't really know what's gonna happen. I'm very much trying not to look at that. Oh, hold on! I just realized I didn't start recording. There you go. Okay, let's see it.
With the second pick in the 2026 NFL Draft, the New York Jets select David Bailey.
Yep. All right, David Bailey. Oh, it's right there. Shoot. I think this happens way before. All right, maybe I'll not have that up. Yeah, they go David Bailey. They get with the more proven edge rusher, which makes more sense. You're just a knower. I guess so, man. They get the more proven pass rusher. The head coach of the Jets, again, the head coach of the Jets is a defensive-minded head coach. You kind of spoiled it? Oh, really? Whoops, sorry. Okay. We'll not have that then. Okay, I will not have it then. I'll not have that up then. Okay, let's hope that this doesn't spoil it. And so that this doesn't spoil it. Right. But again, the Jets head coach is a defensive-minded head coach. The fact that he had no interceptions last season at all, which is, for people who don't know, a statistical anomaly in the game of football, or at least in the length of an NFL season. So the head coach is kind of on the hot seat. I imagined that because of that, the head coach would be maybe a little bit more inclined to have a proven edge rusher rather than a developmental piece, because he just doesn't really have that security to be guaranteed that developmental piece will be that he'll be there to develop it, or he'll have the guarantees that he has the security to do so, which makes sense. That's not taking away from David Bailey as a player. David Bailey is an amazing player. He's just he's just so destructive in the backfield, and that's just going to instantly help the Jets' defensive pass rush. All right. Well, Highest drafted Jets defensive player in history. That's insane. All right, the Cardinals. You know what? Actually, hold on. Let me pull up my... I just realized. Let me pull up my mock draft just so I can kind of show you guys how I feel the first round of the draft is going to go. So this was my mock draft about a week ago. This is kind of how I felt the draft was going to go. Between that between last Thursday and today, a lot of stuff has happened. I don't think this is going to happen. This pick is obviously way different. This is the Giants pick now. But I think this is kind of how it's going to go. I think either the Cardinals are going to trade down or they're just going to stick it and go with Arvell Reese, try and get a defensive-minded team. Wait, is David Bailey signing his rookie card right now? Why is he signing a rookie card? That's so funny. Hey, Pichu, how you doing? Yes, he is. Do they all do that? I wasn't looking when Mendoza came. Well, Mendoza wasn't there. Oh, the Cardinals have 2 minutes left on the first. All right, they're starting to clap. All right, they're saying they picked somebody? Been rating here today? Oh, that's so brutal. That card is now worth $1 billion. True, especially if he pans out. Let me turn my key. Let me blow this up a little bit. There you go. So better, so you can see me, because I'm the star of the show. See you streaming. Welcome back. Appreciate it. It's good to be back. All right, Cardinals with a minute left on the clock. They showed. Oh, pick us in. Now, here is the... How's my day going so far? Pretty busy day. I mean, I've been attending some... not interviews. Attending some meetings. Planning the future. We'll see how it goes. All right. Now, I'm going to check the Bleacher Report to make sure... to see if it spoils the pick for me. Okay. I'm just going to keep this right here for now. Just to make sure you guys don't get spoiled. And I'm the only one who gets spoiled if that happens. And if that happens, we go to another place. We just go and look for draft boards. I hope to God it's not spoiled, because I need an overlay. I can't just have my face for the pick. Oh, Rivals, did you ever hear... How'd my... Did you ever see what happened to, like, what was the... Jeez. What was Vrabel's head... My God. What was Vrabel's press conference about today? I didn't watch it. He basically a whole lot of nothing. Yeah, he said a whole lot of nothing in his previous press conference. Kind of expected that. All right, Cardinals pick on the clock. Let's see it. Is it Arvell Reese? Is it Jeremiah Love? Is it a surprise? Let's see it. Wow. They go Love, and it didn't spoil it. They go Jeremiah Love at the third pick, throwing the draft in a loop. Now Jeremiah Love. All right, number one. That's a big surprise of a pick. Oh, wow. That's Jeremiah Love, the running back. All right. So, Jeremiah Love, let's talk about him. Very clearly the top prospect in the draft this year. He is... The whole thing about a running back in the first round is you don't he's not. Running backs aren't really, in the grand schemes of the offense, huge game changers by themselves. They usually require a bunch of offensive line, a bunch of quarterback play, really good quarterback play, really good pass game play. And so a lot of teams don't like drafting wide receivers that high because they feel like they need a lot more to support it. And if you're picking that high, you usually don't have that supporting. But Jeremiah Love is just, he's defied a lot of that because he's just so talented at the running back position. You know, he's a really good runner. He's a really good receiver, and he's just all around the running back you would want to have if you have a hole in your running back spot. So yeah, I mean, this is swinging for the fences. I can see it. I can see why. But now, draft's gonna get crazy. Arvell Reese. Arvell Reese is at number 4 for the Titans. I had Sonny Styles. Is that what his name is? I had Sonny Styles going here, and he's still here. I mean, I had Arvell Reese going here. Not Arvell. I had Sonny Styles going here. That is now dependent on if the Titans view that their edge rushers and outside linebackers are not as good as they would think compared to their middle linebacker and outside linebacker in general spot. I think they... What do I think they go? I think they... I don't know. I got to check the Titans depth chart for sure to see exactly what their edge rusher situation looks like. Jermaine Johnson. I think they go Sonny Styles still, but I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they full pivot and I wouldn't be surprised if they full pivot and go to Arvell Reese now. Or they trade down. I would not be surprised with the trade down either. That's insane. I cannot believe they went Jeremiah Love. I saw a couple mocks recently that had Love going to the Cardinals at 3, but I didn't really believe it. Because I just thought, you know, they have running back situation really kind of figured out already with James Conner. I don't see a trade down. Probably not. If you're trading down at this position in top 10, you're really trying to just trade down like 2 or 3 spots. And that's it, really. Yeah. I think it's taking Sonny Styles and Reese keep dropping. Yeah. All right, Titans pick is in. They're not trading. I'm thinking he had a heart problem? All right. Never mind. All right. All right. Yeah, Titans applauding and clapping. Maybe they do replace Lawrence. Maybe. I mean, I don't think Reese goes to the Giants. Maybe they do. I mean, Reese to the Giants would be the most best player available pick I've ever seen in my life. If Reese is still there at 5. Because they have Kayvon Thibodeau, Abdul Carter, Brian Burns at edge rusher. Their linebacker, they need a middle linebacker, which would be Sonny Styles. But I don't see a situation in which they think Arvell Reese is a middle linebacker. So it's like, I don't know. Oh, and then the commissioner's already ready to pick right now. This draft is going fast. They changed the pick time between the draft picks from 10 minutes to 8 minutes this season, so I expected it to go fast. Not this fast. Let's hear it. Whoa! Carnell Tate at wide receiver at number 4. They get a weapon for... Whoa, they get a weapon for Cam Ward early. Wow. That is a surprise. That's a big one. This draft's blowing expectations out the water right now. All right, Carnell Tate, wide receiver, Ohio State. Widely regarded as the best wide receiver in the draft. Now, why is this a surprise for people who don't know? Well, the Titans are in an interesting spot where they have a new head coach, a new offensive coordinator, and a new defensive coordinator. And so they really have no identity other than Cam Ward and a fairly average offensive line. They need help for Cam Ward at wide receiver, but they also need massive help for the defense to support the other side of the ball for Cam Ward. Now, at number 4, the Titans had their pick of the edge rusher who fell, a linebacker who was a stalwart of the defense, and a weapon for Cam Ward. Now, I actually had... I was close to having Jeremiah Love go here in my mock draft because I thought they might go running back to support Cam Ward. Now, wide receiver makes sense that they want to support that. And give Cam Ward a weapon to throw to. I mean, I get it. It's just a surprise. I just never... that was not a name that was a thing. What's going on? I'm streaming the NFL draft. Hi, Rock. How am I doing? I'm doing... surprised. I'm surprised. That's what I am. Giants go Sonny Styles here, right? It's very tempting for the Giants to go Styles here. I got 97 the cash box, Lexus, Shiny Mark, and Crackleos. 97 is pretty good. Wow. Wow. All right. Carnell Tate at 4. That's crazy. Actually crazy. All right. That was insane. I mean, that's such an insane draft pick. And here I thought Carnell Tate was going to drop in top to the end of the 10th. To the 10th. Who did the Browns go? Well, we got to figure out who the Giants go first. Because I think Cleveland might go edge rusher. You should fantasy draft level up expo. I'm good. I'm not a big bracket predictor. I don't even do March Madness, honestly. I'm not a big bracket predictor. So, I'm convinced it's Sonny Styles and Cleveland goes Reese. Yeah, I think if the Giants go Styles, then Cleveland definitely goes Reese. I think that's for sure what happens. Or Browns view football. I'm a massive football buff. Oh my god. I've been studying football since I've been like, what, 6 years old? 5 years old? That was one of my first, like, absolute, I love this kind of things. Whoa! The Chiefs traded with the Cleveland Browns up to 6. The Browns down to pick number 9. That means the Chiefs need a pass rusher. See Reese falling down. And the Chiefs see Reese falling down, need a pass rusher, and go up to 6 and say, well, we're going to have our choice of linebacker, safety, or pass rusher, especially with Tate off the board. That's big. That is big. If the Giants go linebacker in Sonny Styles, the Chiefs see Reese falling and just boom. I like the choice. What did they give up? Let me check. Uh. Okay. The I don't want to check Schefter too often because, like, he sometimes spoils the pick. So I don't know. I really don't know right now. We'll see what they give up. They'll probably pull it up in a second. Cover 0, cover 1, or cover 2. Uh, if Why weren't you at Stampede? Um, I was not at Stampede because I was doing dental stuff. I was doing dental stuff. That's the excuse I'm giving. That's the excuse I'm sticking with. All hail cover 2. Yeah, cover 2. Jesus, man. If the Chiefs get um Arvell Reese, dude, they have their choice of whatever coverage they want to run. Like Steve Spagnuolo is just gonna have a field day with the defense. It's gonna be insane. I mean, I can't even fathom it right now. Jesus. Wow. That's a big pick. All right, let me see if I can. All right, I got it. The Chiefs get pick number 6. The Browns get pick number 9, pick number 74, and pick number 141. That is a nice little haul. They got a 3rd round pick. Then they got a 6. 141 is a 6th round pick, right? A 5th round pick. 3rd and 5th, yeah. 3 and a 5. That's what it is. All right, let's see the Giants pick. They're coming up right now. All right, maybe in a second. I heard some people are a fan of the Chiefs. Yeah, I'm a Ravens fan, so do not like the Chiefs. But you know, Level Up Expo seating came out. You should look at it. I'll look at it in a second. Yeah, I saw you stick to melee and ults. I mean, I get that. I just like to have a lot of diverse interests. I feel like I'm a big, diverse person. Teams for taps. Solid haul for dropping 3 spots. Wonder if the Ion thing dropped to 9. I mean, I'll get like 10. That's about it. Yeah. I mean, if the Browns are trading down to 9, they probably are wanting. They're trading right before the Giants. So they probably want Jordan Tyson now that Carnell Tate is off the board, who they probably wanted at 6 for wide receiver. They want to trade 1 pick before the Giants to get a wide receiver. All right, let's see the Giants pick right now. And there goes Arvell Reese at 5. Arvell Reese at 5. Wow. Now the Giants have a powerhouse of edge rushers. That is interesting. Now they have 4 pass rushers. What are they going to do with all of them? Huh. That is an interesting pick. I think I'm going to trade Burns, and I think they can put Reese at linebacker. I think they can put Reese at linebacker. I know they traded away their defensive lineman and or defensive tackle in Dexter Lawrence, but Dexter Lawrence, I mean, Arvell Reese is never going to be able to fill that spot of Dexter Lawrence. Sure, his absolute ceiling is Micah Parsons, but you're just never going to be able to get that type of impact that Dexter Lawrence had with Arvell Reese. And now, I'm not saying Arvell Reese is a bad player and can't cover up defects on the defensive line. He absolutely can. It's just that he is mainly a developmental guy. He's young, which means he has a lot of room to grow, but there's also the highest floor and the lowest, not the lowest, no, the highest ceiling and the lowest, not the lowest floor, but like a kind of lowish floor for Arvell Reese. So it's a risk, but I mean, with the Giants, I guess if you have 3 edge rushers, you don't really need to like rush him onto the field and force him to gain the experience. You just kind of let him develop in the background, and then maybe don't pay Brian Burns and trade away Thibodeau. I don't know. I don't know. They don't need like an outside linebacker though. They need like a middle line, like they need a captain with a linebacker spot. It's insane. Congrats on number 3 NA Puff. Oh really? Wow. Big. I think I dropped a spot overall though, but I think that's just because, ugh, brutal. I think I'm washed. I'm washed. It's the Arcadian placement. The Arcadian placement killed me. All right. Now the Chiefs are on the board. They traded up for somebody. Are they trading up for Bane because they think that all the edge rushers are going to be off the board? Oh, you went up 2 IRLs, if I recall correctly. I thought it was the 8th. I was 8th best, and then I dropped to 9. Maybe I went up 2 in NA because people from NA dropped Puff, but then again, I think I dropped 1 from Worldwide. All right, let's see what the Chiefs wanted. I mean, this is already insane. It's already insane draft. I think now that, dude, what is gonna happen now? I just have no clue. I got no clue what's gonna happen. All right, the Commanders just picked. All right, Chiefs pick is in. Let's see what the Chiefs have to do. Let's see what the Chiefs want. Let's hear it. All right, what you got for me, Commish? What you got? What fell? Wow, trading up for Delane, the cornerback out of LSU, gone at 6. Now this makes more sense. I can see why they did this trade. Kansas City Chiefs traded away Trent McDuffie to the Rams for pick number 23, if I recall, 29. I apologize. And so the Chiefs had a deficit at cornerback. Needed a replacement for it in this draft, and they needed to get a cornerback. They went and they got a cornerback. They didn't want to wait. They went and got the best one. These people are direct from college. Yeah, they are going from college to professional league, and so yeah, they're not doing anything else. All right. Now, with all that gone, the Commanders are in a little bit of a pickle. The Commanders, this has probably gone the worst way possible. They wanted the three targets that they wanted for sure were Jeremiah Love, Carnell Tate, and Mansour Delane. All three of them are now gone. And so the how do they know they were being drafted? They just some left out. They have to declare that they have to declare for the draft, saying I'm going to be eligible for the draft next year, or I want to be eligible for the draft next year, and so teams can pick them. If they don't get picked in this draft, they become undrafted. I mean, this is insane. This is probably the worst possible scenario for the Commanders. They don't have a wide receiver. They don't have a running back. They don't have a cornerback. They needed all of those three. All the best three of them are off the board. And so now you're either, if you're the Commanders, either reaching for a position or trading down. And they've already picked. But according to them, they spent almost all of their time. So they had discussions because some guy they wanted was gone, and they had no clue who to get next. Do you watch other tournaments? No, because I really want to rant about Level Up X with somebody. I do not. I did not. I apologize. This is insane. I just don't know what's going to happen now. Commanders. Let me see what I have written for the Commanders, just so I can. All right, Commanders. What you got for me? Commanders. Wide receiver, cornerback, edge, tackle, guard, running back. Ooh, they could go with Spencer Fano at the tackle position at number 7. That would be something. Or if they really like Francis Mauigoa's position, like health, then oh shoot, wait, the draft is in Washington D.C. next year? I might be there. That would be fun. Wide receiver, cornerback, edge, tackle, guard, running back are the positions that I have on for Commander needs. Ruben Bain, they spent so much money on edge. Caleb Downs, maybe. Ugh. All right. Really good old days of watching Genesis Grand Slam at like 11 p.m. Yeah, I'll watch it. I just don't watch tournaments on my own that much. I mean, whoa. I don't watch tournaments on stream at all. Because I don't know. I don't find any interesting content in that. I'll watch it on my own. I watch Base Mage, Spargo and Base Mage Out. I didn't watch Base Mage Ouch, but I watched Base Mage Spargo. That was a fun watch. All right, let's see what the Commanders got to say. What you got, Commanders? Sonny Styles. They get the linebacker. They get their replacement for Bobby Wagner. Sonny Styles. Dropping. Skinny might rematch Akala. That might be exciting. Oh, sorry, I apologize. Let me put this on here. Sonny Styles going to Commanders at 7. Sonny Styles, really good linebacker, tested really, really well at the combine. He's also just plays so unbelievably well. Fell a little bit, but I mean, the Commanders needed a replacement for Bobby Wagner. He's only getting older, and so he just needs a new. They just need a new stalwart, and they got him. I mean, they got him for sure. Yeah, really, really good at that. Destroy like tackling the fuck. Yeah, it's only first round today. It's second and third tomorrow, and fourth through seventh on Saturday. I'm not streaming those. I just want to stream the first round. This is the most exciting one, anyways. Yeah, so I mean, pretty good pick for Commanders. I like it. I like the linebacker spot. I'm back. You missed a lot. You missed some stuff. That's a big one. Is the text, by the way, hold on, guys. Is the text right here a good size for y'all? Do you want me to make it bigger? Because I gotta take notes for next stream. All of my settings on OBS got reset, so I had to fully do uh just I have to redo everything. This took coding, by the way. I had to code that. I had to code the outline on it. I forgot how to do it. I had to relearn it. All right. You've been back, so Puka just got me to make a Smash profile. What do you mean make a Smash profile? I don't know. Do I even want to know? Oh, damn it, too. All right, sick. All right. The New Orleans Saints. Now, do they go Bane? It's something about. All right. Sick. All right. Let's see it. Oh. Oh, gotcha. Okay. That's funny. Okay. Yeah. I almost did plan for half them, but I decided to diversify. He's good. All right. I think I'm gonna go to the bathroom while it's in commercial and get some water. Cause, Jesus, how does Ian talk like this? My throat is already hurting. All right. Let's see what we got. I'll be back. I'm going to go to the bathroom, get some water, and yeah, I'll see y'all. I'll be right back. I promise. Ian certified tapper. True, dude. He is. I'm not gonna say that. Yapper. Oh, certified yapper. Yeah, he really is, dude. Dude, get him talking about VTubers. He'll talk about it for like 4 hours. I promise you. Do I like VTubers too? Yeah, I just don't talk about it as much as Ian does, dude. Jesus. All right, I'll be back. I'm back, but I still have to go to the bathroom, so I'll be more back. Oh, I forgot to put the desktop thing on, just in case I'm gone by the time they make. Oh shoot, the Saints are making pick now. All right, never mind. Saints. Let's see what we got before I go. Oh, the power almost just went out, dude. Oh my god. All right, Saints, what you got? Jordan Tyson at 8. Wow, 2 wide receivers off top 10. Jordan Tyson, very late riser in the draft. Uh, before whoa, very late riser in the draft. About 10 days ago, he was expected to go 32. Now he's in the top 10 at number 8. And now the Giants pick looks scary for the Ravens. Browns can get Malagoa. The thing about Malagoa is that he has a possible herniated disc in his spine. And so that might need a surgery in the future. So that's a little bit of health concerns are scaring teams off a little bit. But overall, I think, yeah, Browns are going to get their pick of either wide receiver or tackle right now. Or just offensive lineman. All right, I'm going to go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. I'm back. No way they go wide receiver with the top 2 gone? Probably not, but I mean, it's possible. They definitely need a wide receiver too. They can either go wide receiver. Why are they watching basketball right now? Wait, hold on. Actually, wait. Let me watch the playoffs too. Let me see who's playing. Actually, are the Lakers playing? Oh, Atlanta's destroying the Knicks. What happened? Brunson 9-8. Oh my God, Brunson's 0 for 5 from 3. Yeah, Jordan Tyson for 8. Very crazy. Shuck gets his new toy for wide receivers next to Olave. Very big. Mikal Bridges has 0 points. That's crazy. That's insane, actually. Wow, the Knicks are just sucking. I like Shook. I think he can be good. Yeah, he very nearly won Offensive Player of the Year. I mean, not Offensive Player of the Year. Oh my God, Offensive Rookie of the Year. Let me change that. Let me amend that statement real quick. Oh yeah. Okay. So Giants made their pick. Browns made their pick. Now it's just Miami Dolphins up, about to make their pick. Let's see who they got. Let's see. Let's see what's up. Commissioner about to come up. Yeah, cameraman's pointed right at where the commissioner is. He's coming up in 2 seconds. There he is. All right. Browns. Who we got? Come on. Probably a tackle. Probably offensive lineman overall. I would be surprised if it's anybody else. There's the Fano. Spencer Fano, first tackle drafted at number 9 for the Browns. And yeah, I mean, like, yeah, safer pick with Fano, less health risks, plus played both left and right tackle in his college career, and so you have flexibility in case, Sanders doesn't end up working out and you end up drafting a left-handed quarterback later. You have both. Excuse me. He'll probably go left. Yeah, for sure. We'll go left for now. So that's the first offensive tackle off the board. And honestly, right now, I kind of expect an offensive line run with Giants maybe going Vega. Olai Venga. Maybe they go Moago. I don't know how to say his name. I apologize. Maui-Goa. Sorry, Maui-Goa. I could see Caleb Downs, like Harbaugh, getting his safety fun toy that he had in Baltimore with Hamilton, and they expect Downs to be the same person, but just Downs isn't that. Oh my God, the Dolphins have 20 seconds left for their pick. Dude, the Dolphins had 10 seconds left. All right, let's see it. They get Francis Maui-Noa. Maui-Noa. Because you how far behind the live draft is? Yes, seriously. It's these 8 minutes, dude. The teams are going by fast. These 8 minutes are going crazy. Maui-Noa. Okay, it's a silent. It's an N for where the G is. Francis Maui-Noa. Yeah, and this is exactly what I had for. I had in my mock. I had Maui-Noa going 5 to the Giants, and I said in my write-up, because I made a write-up for all these picks. Let me pull up the notepad. I made a write-up for all the picks. For number 5, I said Maui-Noa would move down to guard and not really stick in the tackle spot, because the Giants have a really big need at guard. They have Evan Neal at guard, and then they have Daniel Fa'alele. And if you know anything about the Ravens, Daniel Fa'alele was an awful guard in this past season for the Ravens. He was actively inhibiting the Ravens' offensive scheme, running and pass game. And so the Giants get a good guard here at Maui-Noa. Hey, the game against the Packers, he went crazy. Derrick Henry went crazy. My brother, who's a Ravens fan, calls him fa la la la. Yeah, that's it. It is a bunch of A's and L's. How you're supposed to say is Fa'alele. He went okay in the Packers game. He did, yeah. I mean, the thing about Fa'alele, you know what? I'm gonna give Fa'alele as much credit as possible right now. Fa'alele is a really good player once he's able to pick his spot, and that's it. Uh, he is a massive human. He's like 6'9" or some crazy height, 6'8", 6'7", like 340 pounds. He is dominant when he's able to get what he wants in the run game pass game. Yeah, but yeah, once he gets his hands on a guy, he's a wall. If he's unable to get the exact positioning that he wants, he's going to fall. He's not athletic to move around versus tackles and guards and whatever. I don't think that he has a very. I mean, he's a very high ceiling if you can have a really good tackle and a really good center next to him. But like that's it. He's not gonna change your offensive line, in my opinion. I could be wrong. That's the most positive indictment on Alelio ever. Hear me say, because dude, he ruined my Ravens watching experience last year. I swear. Oh, the Cowboys traded with Miami. Cowboys traded the 11th. Cowboys get the 11th. They give the 12th, a 5th, and a 6th to the Dolphins to move up one spot. Think Dolphins are going to take their guy. They went and got him for him. They went and got him before him. So who did the Cowboys think the Dolphins were going to get? They only moved one spot. They thought for sure the Dolphins wanted who they wanted. And they said, "Nuh-uh, it's ours." So let's see what exactly it is that we're afraid of. Oh shoot, the Ravens pick is coming up. I just realized that. The Dolphins don't think the Cowboys want who they want. Lamar, 2 free push for stuff. Yeah, for sure. But the Cowboys think the Dolphins want him. And the Dolphins are like, yeah, well, no, we don't. Wait, that doesn't make sense. Why is that? Oh, okay, they're 26. I thought they were 27. All right. Yeah, but what organization do we think is right? Yeah, that's true. Dude, the Dolphins organization or the Cowboys organization? Who's right? Oh my god. It sounds like hell. All right, let's see what's up. They're both wrong, probably. They probably both want two different players. Now, let's see what I had in my mock draft, because I low-key don't remember. I had Dramon McCoy at cornerback to here. I can see that happening again. I could also see Cowboys going offensive lineman right here. No way they go safety, right? Dude, CJ Allen was a miss for me. There's no way he goes in the first round. Dude, yo, YouTube TV. I don't want to hear Mike. This just give me back to the draft. Uh. Yeah. Okay. I am very curious to what's gonna happen here. I just don't. I just don't know. I just really don't know. Let me text Eli about Francis Noah, by the way. He's probably crying from this Knicks Hawks game, but I'll at least give him some respite. All right, let's see it. Excuse me. The 14 pick that 26 push at Baltimore Ravens like Billy Edwards Jr. quarterback Wisconsin. I swear to God, Shador Sanders again. All right, let's see it. Cowboys, what you got? Caleb Downs. They get their safety. Tell Eli I said hi. All right, I got you. I like that. I do like that as well. Caleb, I had the Cowboys taking a safety with their 20th. Nope, I didn't. Who did I have taking a safety? I had the Bears taking a safety. But, yeah, I mean, Caleb, the Cowboys needed a safety at some point in the draft. Go up one pick, give up a fifth and a sixth, and get your guy. Don't let Miami trade with somebody. And them take Caleb Downs to stop the fall. Caleb Downs going 11. I'm not surprised Caleb Downs dropped. Safety is typically regarded as a pretty not premium position in the draft, and so a lot of teams are going to pass up on it. Falling out of top 10 is pretty expected. At least I expected it, but yeah, I mean, I wouldn't have been. Yeah, it's a safe. Unfortunately, because I think safety is an extremely good position in football, but a lot of teams don't really value it. All right, we got Miami. They took up another full 8 minutes, which means they were looking for a trade. Could not find a team that wanted to trade, especially with Caleb Downs off the board. And so they made their pick at 12, Rams picking at 13, and then Ravens up at 14. Let me move this down just so you can see it. There you go. We are Steelers and Rams fans. We know a good thing too about good safety. Yeah, for real. Literally, we are the two fan bases that are like, yeah, dude, safety will change your team for sure. Ed Reed is probably my second favorite football player of all time. Troy Ned, yeah, seriously, good players. I heard. Just a little bit though. He said, "How about them Cowboys?" So what we got? What we got? For the Ravens, I'm going to focus on the Ravens for right now because it's my team. The four people who are usually, like, who I really didn't expect to be on the board at this point, uh, I don't know, I almost said Francis Marino, he's gone. Vega Oone, who's a guard from Penn State. Kenyon Sadiq, I kind of expected him to still be there, but that's still a position for the Ravens to take. And Reuben Bain Jr., with the Chiefs trading up to 6, I really thought they were going to take Bain at 9. I really did think they were going to take Bain at 9 because Bain had some off the field issues, and the Chiefs really do not care about off the field issues if Rashee Rice is anything to go by. And so the ability for Bain, of having the Chiefs there is just like, hey, we need an edge rusher, and we don't care what you do off the field. If you can win a Super Bowl for us, we do not care. But we'll see. And here's Dolphins pick. I just realized they're picking right now. All right, let's see it.
In the 2026 NFL Draft, the Miami Dolphins select Caden Proctor, tackle.
Whoa, Caden Proctor at 12. That is a big leap from what I thought was going to happen. Caden Proctor. Wow. All right. Well, let's do the breakdown. Caden Proctor. He is a very, very physical tackle. He's very big. He's got a big structure. He is an extremely. Hold on. Let me write down exactly what I have put on here, just so I can. He's so dominant in the offensive lineman. The whole point of like Caden Proctor kind of dropping a little bit is, again, because he's so big and dominant, like in the physical structure. I think that he's like not as mobile in like the swing tackles, but I guess with Mike McDaniel gone from the Dolphins, they don't really care as much about that anymore. I like Kenyon Sadiq for the Ravens. Either that or go O-line. I'm a bit worried about Beaks getting injured again, but I think the defense is good enough that he's still healthy. Yeah, I think the three in my mind that I'm between is Ruben Bain, Iwaga Venga, and Ruben Bain. Like, those are the three in my mind that I'm okay with. Maybe not Ruben Bain. Ruben Bain, I think, would be perfect on the Ravens defensive line, just because we have Trey Hendrickson and all these like. And just Jesse Minter. I said Mike Minter. Jesse Minter is just going to have a bunch. I said Bain. Oh, sorry. Kenyon Sadiq, Ruben Bain, and Venga. Sorry. Bain's on my mind. I didn't expect him to be down here. The Bane would be a nice toy for Jesse Minter to have. I hate this new Rams logo, by the way. This new Rams logo is dog shit. I hate it. Bane is going to Rams here. You're probably right. What do I have going to the Rams here? Oh, I had Spencer Fano. Yeah, they're probably going Bane here. You're right. Dang. All right. Yeah, I hate the LA Rams logo. Have you seen the new LA Rams logo? It is terrible. It is the worst. Honestly, would have preferred just all white, or don't even gradient to it. Just make it yellow, or just keep it like that. Just keep it. The logo's fine. If you want to change the jerseys to be the yellow, that's fine. But don't change the gold to be this dumb yellow color. Wait, hold on. Is that my color? No, it's this color. My color is this yellow. It's not this yellow. But it's such a weird logo change. I really don't like it. It's just too yellow. It's too simple. I hate when logos become too simple. It's real annoying. It's really annoying. Nick's back in it. Ooh, that's big. Very, very big. '92, '96. Ooh, that is very, very big. I mean, I watch it, but I also just want to pay attention to the draft. Ugh. Oh, I probably shouldn't be on Twitter. That's a bad idea. My screen is tripled. Oh jeez. I have that with YouTube TV. I have that like triple screen kind of thing, but it feels like too overwhelmed. I get so overwhelmed looking at that sometimes. Just like ah. Yeah, I dude, my I that would drive me insane, dude. Yeah, oh my god. That would that wouldn't drive me insane, but because I've done it before, but I don't know. I don't like to do that too often. All right. Rams made the pick, and then the Ravens made the pick pretty fast after that. So whoever the Ravens. Hold on. They just mentioned Ty Simpson here for Ian Rappaport. Just mentioned Ty Simpson. If the Rams go Ty Simpson at pick 13, that would be insane. Reminiscent of Jordan Love. Ty Simpson to the Rams to study under Stafford. That's a same decision takes it early on a team that's still contending. Yeah, but I mean, I just, I don't know. I mean, in my mind, coming into this draft, I understand this is like extremely 2020, but I had three teams on my mind that said I could see them trading back into the first and taking Ty Simpson, and that is the Jets, the Cardinals, and the Rams. Those are the three teams that I thought of that would take Ty Simpson in the first round if they had the chance. Now, if the Rams at pick 13 pull the trigger now, they are saying we think another team wants to at pick 20 or lower, because at that point you cannot get back into the first, basically, if you're the Rams, because you have no, your second is like too low, your third is like a little lower. It's going to take a lot more capital or capital in next year's draft, and there's no way the Rams want to do that. And so now the Rams have to Supernova. We'll talk about Supernova later. All right, let's see it. Rams, what you got? And the Rams go Ty Simpson at pick 13. And he is gone before halfway through the first. And I was right that the Rams were the dark horse to take Ty Simpson. I'm not watching it right now, Rock. I'm watching the draft. I'll watch it later. Insane. I mean, you're such an over. It's insane. that is that is insane. I mean, I understand. I know what's going through the Rams' mind when they pick Tyler Simpson. The thought process is he has the technical prowess, he has the footwork, he has enough arm strength to be. He's not Matthew Stafford, he's not Josh Allen, he's not Lamar Jackson when it comes to arm strength. He's not Patrick Mahomes. He's not that. He's we almost said Baker Mayfield. He's not that either. He's Brock Purdy. He's like some of these like top 15, top 10 quarterbacks in terms of like arm strength and whatever. So that's like feasible enough to be a Super Bowl winning quarterback. Maybe not the franchise carrier, but a Super Bowl winning quarterback in general. And so when the problem with Simpson is not physical. Like I heard physical stature is one of his problems. It's not really that. He's 6'1". There's plenty of quarterbacks in the NFL right now that are 6'1", have this exact same stature. He's not that small. He's Baker Mayfield, Tua, Jalen Hurts, Brock Purdy. Like he's around that size. So size isn't that much of an issue because you've shown that you can be productive with that amount of size. The problem is just consistency. The first half of the season, he was great. He was amazing. Second half of the season, he started to taper off. And so taking him, he's a developmental quarterback where you want to sit him down behind a veteran quarterback that is fairly on his way out to mentor him and show him how to be consistency. Yeah. They want to compete now. They have people now they want to capitalize on if Stafford's done. Exactly. Stafford is getting older. He is up for a contract extension. I see this as a position of Aaron Rodgers and Jordan Love, where you still have 2 or 3 years left of MVP quarterback playing with Matthew Stafford. If you can immediately flip it into Super Bowl contention in the 4th and 5th year, or major playoff contention in the 4th or 5th year with Ty Simpson, that is a massive plus. It is a huge, unbelievable plus to have in the back. If Simpson works out, they extend their window very wide. Exactly. That's exactly the viewpoint of the Rams. And so I can see the mindset of the Rams. I thought they would trade back into the first. Looking at it now, it makes sense why they're doing it here. Because they just do not have the picks to trade back into the first round. They are at the weird position where they are actually really okay with all of their team right now. And it's just loading up for the future. And so again, the Rams made sense. 13 is something. But please don't tell me that was a spoiled one. Because again, no spoilers. I hope that was just a prediction. But yeah, Ty Simpson is just... It makes sense. I can see the vision. I see the vision. Is 13 maybe a little high? Maybe. But again, where else are you gonna get him? You can't really trade into the... Let me see their picks just to make sure I'm not spewing. Yeah, they have... Yeah, here it is. That's my Elgato. They have 13, they have 61, they have 93, and then like 207, 232, 252, 251. They don't have that many picks in this draft. They cannot afford to trade up. If you wanted to get Ty Simpson, you get him at 13. So, I get it. Listen, I get it. I can feel it. If it works out, it works out. All right, Ravens pick. Let's see it. I got a text. Hold on. Let's see it. They go Venga, the guard. They go the guard. Let's go. I'm down for it. Eli says hi to Sam. Eli says hi, Sam. By the way, we go Vega. Pretty. I love the crowd is booing. Yeah, dude. Let's go. We got Oliva Vega Awane. A big pick. We need a good guard, and we got a good guard in Vega. He's dominant. He is unbelievable at the guard, especially with losing the center. We definitely need a guard position to shore up that interior offensive line. One of the most predictable Ravens picks of all times, if I had to put my money on it. Um, I was kind of scared going into the draft that everybody was saying like, "Oh, Ravens are taking Vega for sure." That when I was like, I texted my Ravens friend. I'm like, I for a month I've been convinced. Let me get the exact wording. Uh, Not gonna lie, the past month I've been convinced the pick is Vega, but the more I see everyone saying it's also Vega, it makes me think the Ravens are gonna go somewhere else. So I'm glad it went Vega. I'm glad they really didn't overthink it. They just needed offensive lineman. They needed the guard. Get the guard. Get the very, very safe guard. At 14, amazing pick. And the Giants pick again. Sick. All right. So now the Buccaneers are up. Dude, that Ty Simpson pick was crazy. Uh, what am I trying to? God, what was I trying to get? Yeah, that's insane. I mean, Ty Simpson going. Wow.
With the 61st pick of the Super Bowl, the National Football League selects ESPN. You're on the clock. Hey, congratulations on your first Super Bowl.
Well, ESPN's getting Knicks game coming down to wire. Fine, I'll watch the Knicks game. All right, let me commentate the Knicks game. Ruben Bain's still on the board at 15 is crazy though. All right, CJ McCollum pulling up to half court. You got Josh Hart guarding him. Got a screen. Gets blitzed a little bit. Josh Hart pushing him. He drives to the left. Pull up mid range from the wing. Hits it. That's a 2. He just goes here, do you think? Yeah, probably. I mean, I don't see a situation in which if the Bucks pass on him, the Jets might get both Ruben Bain and David Bailey. That would be insane. I kind of want that to happen. Dude, I kind of want that to happen. We just get the both of the two best. Oh, not two best, but like some of the top edge rushers in the draft right now. That would be insane. I kind of want that to happen. All right. OG Anunoby from the shoulder. Pull up. There's a 3, 4. Who is that? Oh, is that Anunoby? Yeah, 3 for Anunoby. Game down to 1. I got CJ McCollum pulling up again from half. Spin move. Gets blitzed. Now he's on the shoulder. 10 seconds left in the shot clock. CJ trying to make something happen with the push pass. Up to the kick out. You got 4 seconds left on the clock. They don't call a foul. Jalen Johnson? Not Jalen Johnson. I don't know who his name is. But he gets a layup. Put the Hawks up 3. JJ. Oh, it is Jalen Johnson. Sick. Trey McBride with the 3. Trace McBride? Deuce McBride, sorry. With the 3, now it's tied 105. All right, Bucks pick. Bucks go Ruben Bain here. Stops the fall. For sure, his off-the-field issues definitely played a part in this draft position of this draft fall that he has. But Ruben, and also his arm length. This arm length now, if it's not just because of Will Campbell, his arm length is one of the shortest ever recorded for an edge rusher of his size. I mean, is a legitimate issue. Or not an issue, but it's a legitimate concern drafting him. That plus the off-the-field issues, I'm sure, contributed to his fall to the mid part of the draft rather than maybe top 10 where his talent decided him to go. But no, I'm sure the Bucks are really happy with that defensive edge. Get a tone setter on there. All right. Knicks, I think, are up 2 right now. 103 left. Jalen Brunson shooting his free throw after the and one. Brunson puts it in, put the Knicks up 3 with 1 minute left to go. Inbounding it to Jalen Johnson. Taking it up, pulling up from the shoulder, pulling up. Gets a free driving range, and that's not a foul from Cat, but he gets his own rebound. And now Knicks only up 1. 107 to 108, 107. Brunson bringing the ball up. Got a nice little set. McBride does the screen. He gets the ball. And now they're doing ISO with McBride. McBride kicks it out to Hart. Hart for the 3. Misses it, but Anunoby with the rebound. Anunoby takes out the 3-point line. Brunson demands the ball. It was 1-on-1. Avoids the screen. Takes a step back. Fakes the 3. Pulls up from a half, big 2, fully misses everything. Misses everything. Could not have missed more if he chases. That is a big air ball. And that's a timeout from the Hawks to get a nice little set drawn up. 16.4 left to go. Shot clock is gone. And now the Hawks can do whatever play they want, hold the ball and take the last shot, and hope CJ McCollum or Jalen Johnson drives into the future. Dude, Brunson missed everything. He missed everything. That's so brutal. All right. So it looks like the 5 on the field. I would not be surprised, actually, if they took Jalen. Would I be surprised if they took? I would not be surprised if they took Jalen Brunson off the court for this possession. This possession put a more defensive-minded point guard in for the last. If you can defend for one basket, don't let him get it. Get the rebound and then instantly call a timeout. Put Brunson back in the board. Put Brunson back in the game. Or maybe don't call a timeout, but just, have a defensive-minded point guard there instead of Brunson. That would be sick. I would do that if I were the Knicks. And there's Shamet. Yeah, there's Landry Shamet for Brunson. Mikal Bridges. They got 5 defenders in. I see. Yep. And the Jets pick is in. I hope that this play for the Hawks finishes before the 16th pick so I can do both. All right, let's see it. Jalen Johnson tries to inbound the ball to CJ McCollum. CJ McCollum pulls up from mid-range, hits it, and there's a timeout from the Knicks to get Brunson back in the game and figure out their own play. Jets pick now. And the Jets go Kenyon Sadiq, tight end from Oregon. Get a big body for their tight end. One of the most athletic tight ends ever to come out of the drafts. Kenyon Sadiq, 4.39 40-yard dash at 241 weight in 6'3". That is a monster. That is a monster. Yeah, I mean, the best, I guess the best comparison I have to Kenyon Sadiq is like Kyle Pitts if he decided to block more. He just is so unbelievably good at the tight end position. And so the hope is that he doesn't, the combine doesn't lie to you about the position of the player. But I mean, if Kenyon Sadiq chooses to still guard in the NFL, chooses to still block in the NFL, then I mean, he'll be totally fine for him as a player. All right. Now let's see the Knicks play. Steelers coming up? Yeah, the Steelers are really coming up. All right, let's see it. Hart gets the ball. Brunson gets the ball. Kicks it out. Loses the ball. And that's the game. I don't know this part of the board very well. Who do you think we go? I think you guys hope for another tackle to fall. If you don't, Knicks loose, by the way, 109 to 108. JB with he fully threw the ball away. I think if a lineman comes on the board right now, like if you come back and like Blake Miller's still there, Monroe Freeling's still there, then I think you definitely go them. If not, then I probably see. I mean, the reason we wouldn't take Jermon McCoy is because you don't like his injury problems. And then Avion Terrell would be the next one if you want a cornerback. Let me check what I have for Steelers needs for sure. Quarterback, guard, offensive tackle, wide receiver, tight end, linebacker. Yeah, it's probably going to be... Ooh, actually. I could see the Steelers going Mekhi Lemon, actually. Mekhi Lemon would be a sneaky pick if you guys really believe... If you guys, if your wide receivers don't work out. No, if the board falls in your spot and you don't have any offensive linemen. If Blake Miller and Monroe Freeling especially, I guess. If Monroe Freeling is not there at 21 and Blake Miller's not there either, then you go with Mekhi Lemon. Think Mekhi Lemon falls enough? I mean, I'm looking at this. It's like Lions. They don't need wide receivers. They need offensive linemen. They're probably going to go Monroe Freeling. The Vikings, they desperately need a safety. They're probably going to go with the safety Dylan Thieneman. Then the Panthers, they're a little bit of a wild card. Kenyon Sadiq was usually the tight end to go here. They probably might go wide receiver just to get a weapon for Bryce Young, but I also could see a defensive player for the Panthers. Maybe Lemon goes there, but if Lemon slips past the Panthers, then yeah, Lemon's going to be there for the Steelers for sure. Your main competition is the Panthers or anybody who tries to trade up. Uh, but yeah, I mean, that's what I would say. I think the Panthers just remain whatever. All right, picks in for the Lions. All right, Lions make their pick. Let's see where they go. I mean, they just showed Lemon on the phone, like not calling, but just like texting. So probably not Lemon here for the Lions. Again, my guess is Monroe Freeling. Tackle because they just they lost both of their starting tackles. Man, they have no offensive linemen right now. Also, wait, rivals. I just realized your brother's a Ravens fan, but you're a Steelers fan. What was that household like? Hey, Nikon, I enjoyed Jigglypuff matchup against my Pichu again, bro. Nice. Yeah, eventually that'll happen for sure. Show most times some casual talk. That's fair. All right. What you got for me? There's Blake Miller. There's a tackle, but not the tackle I thought. Blake Miller. Like his play a little bit more than Monroe Freeling. Fair enough then. You get your tackle. Lit on the rim early for Jokic. Oh, really? Brutal. Oh, Nuggets Timberwolves. They went Miller instead. Same idea. Yeah, you go Miller if you like right tackle more than left tackle. So that's fair. I think that if you went Freeling, the thought process is move Penei Sewell to right tackle, and then you have Freeling take the left. For Blake Miller, he just automatically is a right tackle. So fair enough. You like Sewell in his position. You don't want him to switch it. That's fair. I mean, I get it. I thought they liked Freeling a little bit better because he plays more like Sewell, and I thought they wanted just two Penei Sewells on the line. But fair enough. All right, Vikings pick is in. Let's see what they got. My guess here is safety. Um, sorry, I just wanted to see. I just realized this is cut off, but whatever. Okay, now that the analysts are saying it's for sure, like Dylan Theineman was every single mock picked safety. Now it's got me a little worried. Maybe it's not Dylan Theineman, but let's see. And it's not. It's Caleb Banks, defensive tackle from Florida. They shore up the run defense rather than the Harrison Smith replacement. Fair enough. I mean, if you felt like you were getting ran over, you got a pretty good defender to do that. Caleb Banks is just going to instantly shore up that defensive tackle spot. I mean, I get it. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I guess the problem with Caleb Banks is he got injured very early in the season. He broke his foot. So, yeah, I guess they trusted what they saw with Caleb Banks in the last year and not last year, but 2 years ago, and their pre-draft process. I guess they trusted it, and hey, they got their guy. They got their guy. All right, now the Panthers. And the Cowboys have just traded their pick to the Philadelphia Eagles. The Eagles at pick 20 now, right before Pittsburgh. Now, do the Eagles get a pick in front of the Steelers in order to pick a wide receiver ahead of the Steelers? Because A.J. Brown might be on his way out of Eagles Town. And now, I mean, I don't see another, unless you want, I mean, the problem is that the Eagles secondary is so bad right now. Like, the safety spot is so bad. I just don't see a situation. I like just because they're green, of course. That's fair enough. Hey, that's a good comparison. To be fair, that's what a lot of people do when they choose their best teams. But yeah, you just don't. The Eagles going to this draft needed secondary help badly. Their defense was it's not good, but their offense had problems. A lot of the problems had to do with their quarterback. A lot of it had to do with their coaching scheme. So, and A.J. Brown maybe being driven out of town. The rumor is he's for sure going to be traded to the New England Patriots after June 1st. And so I guess, if you're the Eagles, you feel like, hey, I'm going to get either a cornerback or a wide receiver or maybe a safety. Maybe you feel like the Steelers are going to take a safety. The Steelers could just go Monroe Freeling. Yeah. I mean, if the Panthers don't go tackle and the Eagles don't go tackle, then yeah, you just take Monroe Freeling. You just take it and go. Or maybe the Eagles are trading up for Monroe Freeling. I forgot. Hold on. I had the Eagles taking a tackle because Lane Johnson is getting up there in age. He could retire or leave any season now. They need a right tackle to be their protector for their Super Bowl run. The Eagles could just take Monroe Freeling from them. I forgot that I highlighted that in my write-up. I forgot I did that. All right, I'm going to go to the bathroom while it's on commercial. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Panthers picking now. Panthers pick Monroe Freeling. And there goes that. Monroe goes tackle, gets Bryce Young his protector for the future. Blindside protector. I mean, that's want to protect their quarterback. They get their left tackle future. I get it. Fair enough. Let's do it. Now Lemon gonna go to Philly and we'll have with whatever else left. He can KC Concepcion. Yeah, I mean, dude, the highlights that they're showing, I didn't see that one. He he swung on a screen, a wide screen to the wide receiver, and fully met the cornerback way before the wide receiver turned upfield. That is insane. I mean, it's so athletic. That's crazy. All right. Now let's see what the Philadelphia Eagles and Cowboys draft compensation was. Oh, what the heck? All right, hold on. Let's see what the Eagles pick. Eagles get Makai Lemon. Hurdling the Steelers to get a wide receiver for Jalen Hurts, and I think that is a pretty pretty big period on the AJ Brown cycle for the Eagles. And that's a pretty big yeah. I mean, again, that's like they're saying that's a pretty big exclamation point on the. I don't think we're gonna go KC. Probably not. Let me check exactly what the. All right, here it is. Eagles get 20th and a 7th. Cowboys get 23, 114, and 137, which are fourth round picks. 2 fourth round picks, I think, or a fourth and a fifth. That's I mean, that's not nothing. That's not nothing. And again, notice how nobody is trading their next year's picks. They're all trading within this year. Next year is an extreme 4 and 5. Thank you. Next year is an extremely, extremely loaded draft class. Everybody wants a piece of it. You will not there at this point. You will not see people trade next year draft comp unless somebody is absolutely crazy. All right, let's see who pick gets. Sorry, I'm watching the breakdown that they're doing. I apologize. They're showing a Julian Edelman comp. Steelers still on the clock? Yeah. I mean, I don't. Okay, they have made Steelers have made the pick. They've made the pick. We're not gonna be hearing it for maybe a few minutes because they're doing their interview on the Eagles on Lemon. Sorry. Uh, hmm. Oh, that's funny. Makai Lemon Loki says he's just from California. That's what they all sound like. Oh yeah, it's the Steelers. It's Pittsburgh, so it's gonna be a crazy, crazy thing. They knocked the camera over. What is happening, dude? What is happening? Uh, who's singing? All this takes some kind of one knows. Oh my god, dude! They just is it Sticks. Oh, is it? I didn't know. I don't watch. I don't listen to Sticks. Who are the Ravens fans stuck in that Steelers pool? We need to rescue them. I don't really know. Fair enough. It's probably Sticks. I mean, they mentioned Sticks. All right, here comes a bunch of Steelers or Joey Porter, and then probably some local Pittsburgh. Renegade by Sticks, got it. Jerome Bettis. Whoops, sorry. Not Joey Porter. My bad. All right. I haven't thought about Jerome Bettis in so long. I'm so sorry. I feel real bad. All right. Let's see the pick. Max Ihanachor, Arizona State. Um. Well, that is a pick. I don't believe that I know where I had him. I love going tackle. Yeah, I agree with tackle. I got that part. I'm down for that. Max Ihanachor is a um uh oh is a he's high on Mel Kiper's board. All right, fair enough then. Oh yeah, whatever. Max Ihanachor. Fair enough. I mean, I can see it. I see it. All right, fair enough. Huh. All right, fair enough. Listen, I get it. All right, tackle. I'm down for tackle for there. Uh, all right, Chargers pick is in. Oh, let's see where they go here. All right. Uh, hmm. Chargers. Oh, is everybody filing out of the draft because the Pittsburgh Steelers? Dude, everybody's filing out. Oh no. Everybody from Pittsburgh's leaving. Pittsburgh's done, and they're like, yeah, we are out of here. That's funny. All right. Chargers at 22. This is a big mystery. All right, let's see who the Chargers go. Akeem Mesidor is a linebacker. Yeah, yeah. Fair enough. An edge rusher offsets the loss of Adafe Owe. That makes, I mean, it makes a lot of sense. Mesidor, I mean, they just need edge rushers at this point in time for Los Angeles. They lost Jesse Minter, their big defensive mindset of defensive, their big defensive mind, and so they just need whatever they can get at this point in time. Did he just kick the quarterback in that? I guess the whole um the whole risk of choosing Akeem Mesidor is that he played opposite of Rusen, not opposite. Yeah, well, I guess opposite. He played on the same side as Ruben Bain, which means that while Ruben Bain was getting most of the double teams, Akeem Mesidor was just able to do whatever he wanted on the defensive line and stuff like that. With a single, he was getting single teamed, So, I mean, that's the risk of that kind of pick. And just the hope is like, the production with single is just a big, just to show the talent, and you can develop the moves otherwise. Plus, the Chargers, I guess, have Khalil Mack, and so they don't really have to worry about Akeem not taking the double team because that's the problem. All right, we got a little bit to the Cowboys pick. I'm I'm tired. Any other QBs that could go today? I'm not sure what else is left to be interesting. There's definitely no. I mean, probably not. I don't think Carson Beck goes in the first. I think Carson Beck maybe might go and a beginning of second and second. It's around the position that Carson Beck might go. Uh, hmm. What would I? If I was a team searching for a quarterback, how would I treat this? Yeah, I would just wait for the first round to be. For the second or third round, if I really liked Beck. I don't think Beck's going that early in the first. I don't think Beck's going first. It would be a shocker if he does, honestly. Oh. Hmm. What else? What else? Is there anybody left on the board that's like sliding? I mean, I think a lot of the people on the board were just taken. Jermon McCoy, but that's like injury concerns. You're just worried about him. KC Concepcion, but like, then the concern is like, what kind of team even needs a wide receiver like that? It's more of like a slot guy, and at that point in time, you're like better off waiting in lower rounds for him, anyways. Dylan Feineman, but at this point, like, I mean, my thought process would be Cowboys at 23, but like, you've already got a safety at that point in time, and Caleb Downs. So at that point, it's just like Kendrick Falk, Avion Terrell, Amar Cooper, T.J. Parker, Kaden McDonald. Kaden McDonald, I actually expect to go to the Texans. Yeah, Emmanuel McNeil Warren, Jermon McCoy, Colton Hood, Denzel Boston. Denzel Boston is a weird spot. I guess the wide receivers is the big question now. Is like, where do you pick a wide receiver in the draft if you do in this first round? And I think, what's up? All right. Pickens plan on the franchise tag. Cowboys have expected not to trade him. I know that was the big story. Doesn't you just put that to rest right there? Like, hey, shut it down. All right, let's see what the Cowboys got. Cowboys selection coming up. Let's see it. What you got for me, Kamish? Malachi Lawrence, another edge rusher off the board. And I guess now is the, hey, get their edge rusher. Malachi Lawrence. Get, edge rusher of the future, possibly. Yeah, it's a reach, but He's not like the worst. I mean, T.J. Parker's still there. Cassius Howell, Zion Young. Uh, then it's Kelvin. Oh, what's his name? One more time, Kelvin. What's up? Keldrick Falk. But that's a defensive lineman. So at that point, it's all right, Browns time. Browns, with their first pick in the draft, they traded down to 9 and took Spencer Fano, the tackle. Everybody expects a wide receiver here. If they go wide receiver, it's probably going to be Denzel Boston. Probably is going to be uh, Denzel Boston. If wide receiver, Omar Cooper would be a surprise. Casey Concepcion would also be a surprise. Oh wow, we're caught up on the drafts. The Browns just made their pick. Never mind. I was about to say the Browns didn't make their pick yet, and then I just looked to the right and it says pick is in. Never mind. I guess I'll watch the Supernova. Let me check to see Supernova. I guess I'll watch that. Okay. Oh, Rock is in it. That's why you wanted me to watch it. Oh, we're in Baltimore. Baltimore Convention Center. That's like 10 minutes away. That's like 20 minutes away from my house. Pretty good. National Free Throw Contest. I might actually win that. That's a nice venue. Yeah, Baltimore Convention Center is pretty good. I like it. I like that convention center. Combo contest. A concert? Oh, Jesus. Oh, no. I mean, I like the hype for it. I hope it doesn't interfere with bracket, because that's usually the main concern with concerts. Except it looks huge. Yeah, it does look huge. That's big. I mean, that's cool. That's cool. Alright, let's see what the Browns got right now. He's FaceTiming somebody. All right, let's see it. I'm gonna hop off now. See you, rivals. Thanks for showing up. Appreciate it. There goes Casey. Get the best receiver off the draft. I see it. All right. It's Concepcion, and we got 7 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 more. Excuse me. Oh. That's a big pick, big wide receiver pick for the Browns. Came into this draft physically stating, "Hey, get a wide receiver, get a tackle, and go to work." In the first round, and they did exactly that. They traded down, they got their tackle that they wanted in Spencer Fano. They got the first one off the board, and they went and they got a wide receiver that they liked in Casey Concepcion. And so with 8 left, I mean, we got a bunch of unknowns. Chicago, Buffalo. Chicago, Buffalo, 49ers, Houston, KC, Miami, New England, Seattle. Bears got 2 minutes left on the clock. Not really fully sure if they pick. I mean, I don't know exactly who they would pick. I got maybe taking a safety with Jacon Brisker leaving. Okay, they never mind. They just made their pick. Oh my god. Oh, they're taking so many commercial breaks. I'm gonna be a little boring for now, I'll be honest. All right. That is a loud TV. All right, sick. Let's see what the Bears do. I don't see anybody trading down at this point out of the first round. If Ty Simpson was still on the board, maybe I'd see it, but like I don't see a situation in which there's a player on the board where some team's like, I need to get a fifth round option on him. I just don't see it. Never mind. Right as I said that, the Houston Texans traded up 2 spots. But to be fair, traded up 2 spots. I mean, nobody traded down out of the first round. They just traded up the first round. Texans go to 26. Bills go to 28. I mean, we'll see what draft picks they accrue for that. See who the Bears want. Hmm. Let's see what the Texans want. I mean, the Texans, Jesus, the Bears. There's the safety. Dylan Thieneman off the board at 25. About 7 picks later than I thought he would go at 18. Vikings making a weird decision with Caleb Banks. But the Bears benefiting off it, getting Dylan Thieneman, who I thought was the second best safety coming into the draft. So we'll see exactly how that works out for them. But as far as right now, they got a really good prospect on the board. And now it's up to the Texans to make their pick. Texans trading up over the 49ers. So maybe defensive lineman. Caden McDonald is still there. Cassius Howell's still there. TJ Parker's still there. It could be an edge rusher. All right. Sick. Hey, Neo, how you doing? All right, let me move this to here so we can see all the picks. Pretty good. Glad to see back live. Appreciate it. Glad to be back live. Oy. I had some stuff going on. A little busy. But you know what? We're good. I'm sorry, I'm so tired. It's 10:30. I know nothing about football. That's fine. Thankfully, I'm here to explain everything. Dylan, we got the first round draft. This is the NFL draft where players come out from college and are made eligible to be picked for NFL duties. And There's 7 rounds to this draft. The first round is typically the most exciting. Typically the most exciting because it's the more talented ones, and you'll see a lot more surprises here. I love the draft, and so I'm here streaming it because I have the chance to. I've never had the chance to. I finally have the chance to. Yeah, Dylan Thieneman just went off the board. He's a safety. He is this position. He's a strong safety. He is basically the center fielder of the defense. If the ball goes deep, he's in charge of the one cleaning it up and intercepting it or deflecting it or make sure no explosive plays happen. Explosive meaning at least 20 yards down the field. He's in charge of not letting that happen. He's also very good at run defense, and so he's the reason why he went in the first round. Now the Texans are up next. The Texans have a lot. They're mainly known as a very defensive-minded football team. They're very good at defense. However, they have recently... I'm looking at my notes, by the way. The Texans have recently lost a lot of their defensive linemen. So right here, I thought that the Texans would go Caden McDonald, who is a big defensive tackle who can help shore up the run defense, and we'll see if I was correct. And they're picking now. They do not go tackle Keelan Rutledge, who is a guard from Georgia Tech. So they instead decide to shore up the offensive line, protecting the quarterback. You got this position right here, right guard for the offensive line, mainly in charge of making sure that the defenders do not tackle the cornerback or running back behind the line of scrimmage. He's very, very good at his job. It's the best. I mean, obviously, all these guys are. But he's very, very good at dominating the defender, just completely overpowering him. That's kind of his style. So rather than not efficiently, but rather than focusing on being a agile guard, and that's kind of his strength. His strength is literally just, hey, I am going to just physically overpower you. All right, and the Dolphins trade up from 30 to go to the 49ers pick at 27. So now dude, I hate these commercial breaks. These commercial breaks are so brutal. We only got 6 more picks left, though. I'm going to go check on Discord. Ooh, Wordle. How do teams decide when it's good to throw the pass versus run the ball? Mainly based on... It's mainly based on how they feel that the defense is prepared. That's the main thing. If they feel like the defense is prepared for a run, they'll do a pass. If they feel like, and vice versa. Another one it can be dependent on is the down and distance. So if it's 3rd down and 2, it may be safer to run the ball because it's easy to gain 3 yards on a run. That would be about the average run is 3 yards, I believe. If it's 3rd and 10, maybe it would be better to pass the ball, give yourself a better chance of getting a first down. If it's 1st and 10, you can choose either or, 2nd and 2, 2nd and 10, 2nd whatever. And it's all about just mixing and matching, making sure the opponent's always caught off guard. That I don't really know. What the opponent is wanting to do. Yeah. Yeah, I mean that's the main thing. That's the main thing. Do you do fantasy football? I do fantasy football. Yeah, yeah. I like doing it. I don't like doing it for money. And I think people who do fantasy football seriously, I don't know, I think it can be toxic if you do it insanely seriously. I like to do it just for fun. I think if there are any like massive stakes involved, it can start to grow into something a little, and I don't like that. But casual fantasy football, yeah, I'll do that. All right. What? Let's see what the Dolphins do at pick 27. The Dolphins, they got a bunch of main needs at wide receiver, cornerback, edge, guard, and safety. They got a bunch of needs. But they traded up, so they see a guy that they really, really like. So let's see who they wanted. They took Chris Johnson, the cornerback out of San Diego State. So they do go cornerback. That makes sense. Chris Johnson is a cornerback where you really want like his athletic ability, you like his instincts. So that makes sense. Go with the Dolphins, a little bit of developmental prospect, but you know, with the Dolphins of a team that's not really competing for the next however many years to be in a Super Bowl. Yeah. Alright. It's time. I'm gonna go to bed. Alright, good night, y'all. Sorry. See ya. Sorry, gotta end stream early. Sorry. Goodbye.